Hey you guys, it's Crystal from the Abundantly Blessed Homestead. It's Tuesday night at 5:15 Central Standard Time. It's time for the cooking class. Tonight we're going to be making beef burrito skillet. My day was absolutely crazy. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So I'm going to finish rounding up my ingredients. I have not even made corn tortillas yet. So if you bought corn tortillas, hey, good for you. I still got to make them. So just bear with me. So for the first few minutes here, I'm going to start the corn tortillas and we'll get other things going. I'm going to go grab the rest of the ingredients and then I'll be back. If you're just jumping on, you haven't missed anything. I'm just getting ready to make corn tortillas. I showed how to do this. Hey, Carl! Oh my gosh, buddy. Hey, Carl, I actually have a question for you. Let's see, where's it at? Hang on. Did you buy one of these yet, Carl? Comment down below and let me know. Let's see. Also, I'm going to be moving this cheesecake. Yes, I got the video done. It's not up yet. It's still in editing. It does take more time than you guys get to watch. So my 10-minute videos take me like 45 minutes to edit. So anyway, this will be going up sometime tonight. This is a sugar-free, grain-free, healthy cheesecake. And it has the homemade grain-free, sugar-free crust. So it'll be 2 videos, one of them for the crust and one of them for the filling. So I'm going to move this out of the way. It's still cooling. Okay, so Carl, I'm going to send you this book. Surprise! Carl, you have been there for me since like almost the beginning of my live cooking shows. And you've tried your hardest to show up and you comment and you've been so encouraging. This book is a used book. It's not a brand new one. But someone I know is moving and so they gave it to me and told me to give it to somebody who could use it. So Carl, I'm going to ship it to you. I don't have any of your information. So I got to figure out how we can do this. Why don't you email me at my Azure Standard email, which is, I'm going to say it and I'll spell it for you, okay, Carl? So it's yanktonazurdrop@gmail.com. So that's spelled YANKTONAZURE drop, like DROP, @gmail.com. You email me there, tell me it's Carl, and I'm going to get this book to you, okay? Okay, onward. I must get out my tortilla press. Okay. I do eventually plan to set up an email just for this YouTube channel. I just haven't yet. Right now I'm in the process of making my cookbook. So yes, Carl, really, that's going to you. She gave me the book and I was like, who do I know that needs one of these? And I was like, oh, I wonder if Carl has gotten one yet. So it's all yours. All right. I'm supposed to be having wanting a helper, but she has to decide she doesn't want to play and she actually wants to help. So we'll see. It's Bree. She likes to be adventurous. So, see what we can do here. I've already done this once on video, but we'll talk about it again. I'm using organic corn mesa flour. You sure could go ahead and use already made up tortillas, corn tortillas if you want. But you could buy sprouted ones and you don't have to worry. If you are not buying sprouted corn tortillas, then make sure that your ingredients on the back of your tortilla says contains traces of lime. The roosters are like just outside crowing. You guys can hear them. Anyway, because you want your corn mesa harina flour, or in this case, your corn tortillas to be properly prepared. So you need it to go through the process of making corn mesa harina instead of just corn flour. Okay. I gotta get out my recipe. I had a crazy day. Oh, you're so welcome, Carl. Thank you for watching and for being here for you've been here for, like I said, since I started my live cooking shows. So, okay, maybe even before that. Okay, so I gotta look for, sorry guys. I had a crazy day today. My family's been fighting another cold yet again. And basically, we're at the tail end, but really tired. And somehow, Aubriana and I slept through our alarm to feed the lamb. And so we woke up this morning to a lamb with bloat. And for those of you who don't know what bloat is, it's basically like when you go out to eat and you eat way too much. But in a lamb, it's deadly. So, I woke up to that this morning, and so my day's been crazy because I had to take him to the veterinarian, which I really didn't want to do because I wasn't sure how much I was going to agree with, and I was like that crazy lady. For those of you who don't know me, I used to work in a veterinarian hospital. I worked in the largest veterinarian hospital in Northern California for almost 3 years, and I was had a much different mind at that point in time of everything. And so today, I caught myself like trying to not say what I was thinking, because what I was thinking would make me sound like a crazy woman. So, it all went well. He's doing much better. We'll just see. But it was one of those deals where he needed to go in. And they at least needed to laugh at me, which they didn't do. They said it was a good thing I brought him in. So I didn't feel like it was a wasted visit. Or wasted money. It was only $40. No big deal. I'm currently searching for my measuring cup, so just bear with me. I've got like, I don't know where they're all gone on vacation. That's what it is. All of my measuring cups have gone on vacation. And they left me here. That's what it is. So I gotta wash one. But I am seriously missing. And it's sad, because a viewer mailed me a set of these, right? Somehow, they're not getting back where they're supposed to go. And my children are taking them somewhere, because I am officially missing the tablespoon size. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to control that from happening again, because they are stored way up here. So, anyway, I believe it happens when like they're unloading the dishwasher and they're like, do I put this away or do I put it outside on 5 acres? I think that's what happens. Okay, so 2 cups of corn flour. I'm making tortillas, guys. We need 1/3 cup of lard or coconut oil. Let's see, is this soft enough? Yeah, it's soft enough. It doesn't have to be a liquid. It's just a semi-solid. Okay. Hey, Brenda, you're back, girl. That's awesome. Okay. I'll get the camera down so you guys can actually see, so you're not so bored. Okay, so 1/3 cup of lard or coconut oil and 1 1/4 cup of water. There are recipes out there that you could just do corn meal and water, but I find that why go that route if you can sneak fat in there? And these are actually softer this way. So I'd rather have softer tortillas. Anyway, now I'm gonna get my hands all gross. It's part of the cooking experience. Brenda, yes, outside in my backyard. The things they do not tell mothers. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So anyway, yeah, so my morning I woke up to the lamb with bloat. So then we rushed him to the vet. And he had a little fun time there, you know. Everyone needs a tube shoved down into their stomach and Pepto-Bismol inserted in there. So that happened, and then by the time we got back home, it was 10:30, and he was basically having to like live in our house. So that was nuts because he's much bigger now. And basically lots of pee and poop cleanup in the inside of my house. Thank God I have concrete floors. Anyway, so then that happened, and then we got very little school done. I'm just going to mark it down as a field trip day to the veterinarian and go from there. And yeah, and then my 9-year-old daughter said, "Hey, you should really start typing up your cookbook," which I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do a cookbook. And we're going to do I'm going to set up an email and we'll do pre-orders. And so far I have over 150 of my own recipes that I'll be putting in that for you guys. And I'll know more about price as I get to putting it together because it depends on what place I go with online to do it. But anyway, so I started to work on that, and it was just a crazy day. And then I also did not want to get on here and tell you guys that I hadn't gotten the graham cracker crust video up yet. So I worked on that this afternoon by some miracle of God, made a cheesecake and a pan full of grain-free, sugar-free graham crackers. So anyway, this is done now. Brianna's here. Okay, I'm going to have to rewind the comments. Hang on a second. Gotta clean off my hands. I got behind. Sorry, guys. Okay, Loretta says, exactly what I want to make tomorrow. Hang on, guys. I just bought a tortilla press. Yeah! Now I need to get the mesa harina because mine went bad. Yeah, I cannot find any at my local store. Yeah, so with the tortilla press, I just bought mine off of Amazon. It was like a long time ago. But key is, for us anyway, we take a gallon-sized freezer bag and we cut it down the sides. And then place the dough in the middle of the two. So, okay. Then Brenda said, we made our first loaves of bread yesterday with fresh flour from our mock mill. Oh, good. Yeah, I got to have a video coming out about fresh bread because I finally feel like I can make sprouted bread and sourdough bread without a problem. So I'm confident enough to make a video about it. So that'll be coming out too. But good for you, Brenda. Let's see, Carl. I look forward to your first edition cookbook. You bet. You bet, Carl. And I'm signing it for you too, the cookbook. Not the one I'm sending you, but the one I'm going to make. Okay. So we're going for this. So back here on the burner, I have a cast iron pan. We're going to go medium heat. And we're going to put about a tablespoon of lard. Did you get the lard out of the refrigerator? It's in the door. And I'm going to find... Hey, Bree, do you know where the tablespoon measurement went by chance? Like, I know there was, like, free flights going to Jamaica and something out in the sandbox. Do you think it's in the same place as something else that we're missing? Maybe they went together? I don't know. She's not saying, guys. She's not saying.
Maybe it went with the funnel.
It's probably with the funnel. Maybe they got married and they're off on their honeymoon. Okay, I seriously just had the quarter cup measurement, so go ahead and put some into the pan there, babe girl. Here it is. I found it.
Where's the table?
Well, you know what? Just take a spoon, because that's the spoon that went off on vacation. like some of its friends. So we just pray for it that it has smart friends, you know? Not gonna get into trouble, alcohol, drugs. So Loretta, the corn flour, if you're gonna make it tomorrow night, it's not soon enough, but Azure Standard has it as well. So I typically take a 1/4 cup measurement. And I just take some of the dough and press it down into it. And that makes about the right size tortilla for us. I believe this is an 8-inch press. Plus, it forms the dough into like these little biscuits, which makes it easier to smush evenly. So.
And I can be the smusher since.
Are you going to smush?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So we just separate the bag. We cut down the end. And then just put it in the middle. You guys can't see it. There we go. And you're not going to push all the way down. We learned this in the last live. Oh, a little bit more. There we go. That's about right there. So we have to make sure that this is preheated. It's definitely not hot enough yet, so we're going to kind of switch gears here for a second. Brenda, so smart of the tortillas. Oh. Yeah, we did the tortillas last time. You can make these ahead, but they just seem to get kind of soggy. So it's one more step, but they are so good. Okay.
Well, this is thick.
Okay. So, Bree, do you remember how we test to see if the oil in the pan is hot enough to fry tortillas?
I think it's when it starts bubbling.
Okay, what starts bubbling? You
You
remember now. I saw it click, okay?
Tip.
So we take a flat tip, or this is almost flat tip, of a wooden spoon, and you hold it down in your oil. Not ready yet. And if it's ready, little tiny bubbles will come up from the side of your wood spatulas. So that's not ready yet. So we're going to go ahead and switch gears here. I have, you sure could use a skillet of this size. I think it's about a 12-inch cast iron skillet to make this entire meal. Or I'm going to be doubling this because I have a family of 7 and they eat like a family of 12. So we're going to do it in a cast iron Dutch oven. It's just deeper and allows for more of a casserole. So either way is totally fine. We have 2 things going on here. Hopefully you guys are not being confused. You could also buy your own corn tortillas. We just make our own. So on with the meal. We're going to put 1 pound. We're going to put more because I'm doubling. 1 pound of ground beef in this back pot. And start cooking it right here, babe. Good job, Bree.
Oh, little bubbles are
Loretta
coming
says,
up.
I'll order from Azure and make flour tortillas for now. Yeah.
Guys, little tiny bubbles are coming up already.
There they are? Okay. They're over medium heat. So, that was fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 pound of ground beef going into the skillet in the back. Can you turn it over medium heat for me?
No, wait, the other one.
Good job, Bree. Okay. So the idea behind me... Oh, cool. Hey, Mel. No, we're still making tortillas. I already mixed it up, but we're still smushing it. You haven't missed everything yet. What was I saying? I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, Lord, help us all. Do you remember what I was saying? I don't remember what I was saying.
I don't remember.
Okay, well, it wasn't important, I guess. We're just going to keep on moving here. Usually I'm not this spacey, guys. You guys have watched the replay, you know, but I just had a crazy day. Okay, yes. So, the press, the tortilla press. That's what we were talking about. So, just to recap, we put lard in this back pan. You could also use coconut oil. You could also use butter. You could use tallow. We're looking for healthy fats. And we melted it, and then to test to see if it's ready for tortillas, we took a wood spoon. This one doesn't have a totally flat surface, but you get the point. And you hold it down into your oil, and if little bubbles come up from around the side, you guys probably can't even see that. Here, why don't you hold it, and we'll show them closer. Okay, hang on. Because I hooked up. Okay, Bree, show us. You guys see it? The little bubbles? Oh, hold it in there a little longer. They're like little white bubbles. There they are. So it is ready for a tortilla. If you put them in before that, the tortillas will soak up a lot of the oil, and they will not. I mean, you can still eat them, but they're quite soggy. So, just in case you missed it, Mel, we took a gallon-sized freezer bag and we cut down the sides of it. And I use this to press them instead of parchment paper, because parchment paper doesn't last that long. You can only get about two or three presses out of it, and then you have to replace it. All right, here's your plastic. If you do it this way, she can watch, because she's never used a tortilla press before.
Okay, where is it?
Hang on, I gotta find it. It's a crazy day. All right. Ready? Okay, so she puts it in the middle, and down comes the plastic. And then the key is to not push it all the way down. You can always go back and repress it. A little more. There. Ta-da! And then, is that one ready to flip? So you're looking for bubbles to form on this top side. It starts expanding, and then the sides of it, all the way around the edge, will get kind of crispy. There you go, Brie. Careful. A little bit too much lard in there.
Oh yeah, it's getting done way quicker. This is
So
hard.
it's okay. No big deal.
Really
Yep, it's okay.
Yeah.
We have a plate.
That's just crazy though.
We're good to go. Now that burner's on, and we're waiting for that to cook. Right?
Yeah.
I'm having a run. Okay.
There's steam coming off the bottom.
You're doing great, Brie. I'm trying to remember what I was talking about, and then
This thing.
oh yeah, I meant before, but I can't remember. Oh well.
I think this is done already.
I would agree. Ta-da! Okay, you want to take this one out, or should I?
I think I can.
You can? Okay. Got it. Yeah, I'm letting go. Peel it back. Whoops. It's okay. If you peel them back a little bit too quick, sometimes they'll catch a part of the tortilla and you'll have a little bit left, but it's fine. They're homemade. They're not packaged. They don't have crap in them, so so be it. And I think I might have said this before you got here, Mel, but we use a 1/4 cup measurement, and we put the dough in it, and that's about the right size for our little 8-inch press. Okay, so you're just to go.
You can just keep squishing them.
Oh, you want me to squish it? Okay. Well,
Somebody was just checking on us.
that's okay. Maybe they're making sure that we're still alive
Okay.
after our crazy day. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So I'm making a cookbook, and there's going to be over 150 recipes in it. I have a lot of it on paper already in this big notebook that you guys sometimes
Mom,
see.
there's steam coming up from the bottom of this.
Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, it's in my big notebook. They're all recipes that are my own recipes. I'm not taking anyone else's recipes. And I take modern day recipes and I alter them so they're absolutely delicious and nourishing instead of destructive. And I'm doing this cookbook not necessarily to make money, but because I have so many recipes pretty much everywhere that I want to put them all in one spot for you guys, but also for my kids. So anyway, just stay tuned. I'll have to keep you guys updated on that. I'm going to set up an email for this channel where you guys can get a hold of me with questions, or you guys can RSVP for the cookbook, that sort of thing. Good job. Look at you go. But I got it. I'm only like 10 recipes in, guys. It takes longer than what you would think to do a cookbook.
Uh-oh, there's some.
That's okay. No big deal. Life isn't always perfect, and neither are tortillas.
Gotta get some more lard.
Okay, that's all right.
This lard.
I would use the other stuff. That stuff's been sitting there for a while. We need to just feed it to the chickens.
I better just keep it out.
You what?
I better just keep it out.
Yeah, just keep it out, honey. That's fine. back pan there is the 1 pound of ground beef for the beef burrito skillet. So we're just waiting for that to saute up and cook, and then we'll go to the next step with that. Good job, Brie.
Just to have enough in there for the next few.
Yeah. Just don't put too much because then you'll get splattered, remember?
Yeah. It's all staying on this side.
Yeah. You're doing great.
Probably enough there.
Okay, so Carl's on here watching, Brie. Do you remember when we looked into why the clocks change at 2 a.m.? The real reason why?
It's because of the trains.
Yeah, it's because of the trains. What about the trains?
I
Remember?
forgot.
Okay, well, she at least remembered it's about the trains. So it was because the least amount of trains were running at that time of night. That's during the war, and so they wouldn't mess up any of the deliveries. Okay, so you can see a lot of stuff coming off of here. So we're going to turn on our fan, a lot of steam, a lot of smoke. And I'm actually going to turn the pan down to a 4, which is just under medium heat for us. Okay, I'm going to see if I can do better at peeling. Let's see. I don't want to show you up now, Brie. Here we go. Okay, stand back, babe. There you go. Perfect. Okay, something else that needs to go back. Yeah, Carl says, good girl. Yes, the trains. It wasn't from the bars. Danielle, you're probably not even on here. But if you watch it, just so you know, it wasn't because of the bars. It was because of the trains back in the World War. At least that's what Google said. Good job, Brie. You're doing just fine.
Yep.
Anyway, that cookbook will have everything from ferments to spice recipes, sauce recipes, homemade mayonnaise, a lot of the videos I have up here already, but then a ton that I don't have up here already. Canning videos with canning recipes, how to make your own homemade canned cranberry sauce that's sugar-free, just a ton of stuff. I'm also going to have grain-free recipes on there as well that we used when we were on the GAPS diet. So it'll be a smorgasbord of a whole bunch of stuff, guys. Okay, so 1 chopped onion is going to go into the back with the meat.
Oh, good. We're starting to put stuff.
You're doing okay, yeah? You're doing okay. All right, another tortilla.
Yeah.
Okay. How is the lamb?
Good.
He's running around like normal?
Yep.
Okay.
We took him into the deep part of our forest.
Yeah.
Stubborn stuff like a pond.
Oh. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
There was a dead animal out there, though, right?
That was inside near the pond area. I think it's from coyotes or
Something.
there.
You're doing well. You want me to do it, or would you like to try?
I can try.
Okay. You do it. Yep, and then just slowly peel up, shake it, and then just go slow. Because it grabs the edges, honey. That's okay. It'll cook up just fine. We're going to cut them up anyway for our casserole. So, whoops. Here, see if that'll...
Yeah, put it on top of there.
Nope, maybe not. It's okay. It'll still cook up okay. Okay. We're cooking, or she is.
You're smushing the tortilla.
Yeah, here we go. Go this way. There you go. So Azure sells corn mesa, harina flour. A lot of grocery stores sell it, you guys, but Azure is organic, so they get extra bonus points for that, I suppose. Okay. Loretta already knows about Azure. Yay! Here. Turn it down. Turn it down to a 3. Brady gets splattered.
Okay.
All right. Look at that. Once you get the hang of like exactly how much pressure it takes to get your tortilla the size you want it, which is about the size of your hand, you can do it without checking. Would you like me to try?
Sure.
Okay. So watch what I do. Peel this one up. Now watch what I do. See, I turn it around?
Yeah.
Because you don't turn it around. I think that's part of the problem. See? And over like this.
Oh.
And then watch. Then I'm peeling towards me and I start wiggling.
That makes more
And if
sense.
it starts coming up, then we just push it down with our fingers. Oh, good till the very end. Back up a little bit, baby. Ready? There we go. We're frying away. If you guys missed the last live, we talked about gardening and stuff. That was actually a lot of fun. And if you are a gardener, or if you really grow anything, if you have a yard even, a green yard, I put a link that I talked about the video, this really amazing fertilizer.
It was from the last live.
Yep. And it's really super affordable, you guys. It lasts years, and your garden will do absolutely amazing. Or your yard, or your fruit trees, or your rose plants. You will have no bugs. It's amazing. So that link is in the last live video down in the description box. So the way it works is you're going to click on that link, you're going to go to their website, get their phone number, and then call them and tell them you need some garden fertilizer. They ship everywhere in the United States. You will want to know the approximate amount of the size of your garden before you call.
Oh,
Because they will ask
so
you.
I think it's a little bit.
Not done? Yeah. Let's put it back in there just for a few more seconds. Okay. No more lard yet.
Okay. Plenty in there.
Yeah, there's plenty in there, honey. Okay, so you're almost cooked over there, right?
Yeah, there's only a tiny bit pink.
Okay, so let's go ahead and put the lid on so that those onions cook up a little bit more for Dad, okay? My husband does not like crunchy onions, you guys. So if crunchy onions don't bother you, then just skip that step. The rest of us love onion. He does not, so.
It's just how it looks, I think.
The onions?
No.
Oh, no, it's okay. Yeah, it'll be okay. So we flip it over. I'm going to show you one more time, and you can do the next one. Okay, see that? Wiggle. Okay, now see how, look. See how it's pulling on this corner right here? It's pulling. So now I'm just going to push it down so that it doesn't keep tearing it. See? You have to go slow. If you don't go slow, then it'll all get tore on up. Ready? Oops. At the very end. Ready? Here we go.
Why is it white
Much
spots
better.
on there?
It's just a little bit of the coconut oil. Didn't quite get smushed all the way. It'll be okay. So tonight we're going to be using canned beans. These are already fermented and canned beans. Obviously, if you're using canned beans from the store, they're not going to be properly prepared, but just sometimes it's just the way it is with some of the recipes, unless you have a canner. You could also ferment the beans and cook them ahead of time. If you are watching this and you have no idea what fermenting beans means, or properly preparing or soaking beans and grains, nuts, and legumes, I do have a complete guide to fermenting beans, I believe is what it's called, on my channel. I also have a video on how to ferment rice. So those two videos will get you started. How's it coming, Bree?
There's only a tiny bit of lard over here.
That's okay. But see how the pan still looks wet? So it's okay. The cast iron is not starving for liquid. So we're okay. All right. Kathy, if you're watching, hello. I know you can't comment. Thanks for watching. I always forget there's some people who don't want to set up a Google account, and I can't blame them. And so if you're watching and you've been watching and I've missed you because you're not commenting, thank you for watching. Awesome. Okay, you gonna try this one?
Yep.
Good job. Okay, now remember, Remember the wiggle. Start at the top.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Pay attention to if it gets stuck. See, it's stuck right here. Whoops. It's okay. We're literally going to cut and tear these up anyway, so they don't have to be perfect this time. Okay. You're doing okay, Bree. One of these days you'll get it, and then I'll say, oh, good, you get to make all the tortillas. Let me know when you're done. You wouldn't mind, would you, Bree?
Nope.
I know, you love helping, Mama. All right. There it is. Okay, this is the last ball here. All right. Almost done, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Move you guys closer. No point in you guys being way far away. See how close we can get. That's closer. Good job, Bree. All right. I'm kind of excited to get a eat. Oh gosh, these are just like really falling apart, aren't they? Hang on, let me re-smush this one.
Here.
I'm excited to get an email up and going too with the channel, because then I think it's kind of cool. You guys can get a hold of me or whatever, you know. I think that's cool. I love having community. I think it's really important, especially this day and age. In a world where it's all virtual, to actually have a legitimate community that can talk and bounce ideas off each other, and I think that's great. Let's see if we can get this one going. Can we pull down on that? It's already falling apart. Okay, I'm tearing it. I'm gonna rip it like a Band-Aid. Getting kind of sloppy. I think the end of this batch had too much coconut oil on the bottom. Ooh, thank you. All right. That's actually one thing I really love about this YouTube channel is like when people actually comment down below. It's just so cool. If somebody comes in with a better idea. A lot of times you'll watch YouTube channels and it's like that person kind of comes off as wanting to know everything, and I just think that you don't stop learning till you die. So that's why we have each other, right? We're all at different points in our journey. We're all at different points in our cooking, in our health. So, Brenda, I feel it's so nice to feel like there is people like you out there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it can get kind of lonely when you like literally live against every single grain that exists. You start to feel like the weirdo, and you know, for those of us who don't have family that necessarily approves or has the same viewpoints, you kind of feel isolated sometimes. But I will say that once you have the truth and you know the truth, it changes everything. And once you know better, you do better. And every day is another opportunity to do a little bit better than the previous day.
Oh yeah, it needs to be thicker, Mom.
Yeah, let's try that one. You ready? Ooh. It's the last one and it's going in. Ready? There you are.
Perfect one.
Okay, so now we just take our plastic bag because we're into recycling. And I'll just wash this by hand and then we'll reuse it next time. I've probably made 100 corn tortillas with that one bag, whereas I would have went through an entire roll of parchment paper by then. Okay, Bree.
Last thing of lard.
So there are more people on than what there were to begin with, so I'm going to advertise again. Here is my homemade, sugar-free, grain-free cheesecake.
From today.
So I'm going to be putting that video up. I couldn't put it up before the live because then I wouldn't be able to go live. So I'm going to put this. There's actually 2 videos. One video on how to make a grain-free, sugar-free crust. It can also be used as graham crackers. And then there's a video on the actual New York cheesecake filling. So that'll be coming up, guys. I'm hoping it'll upload tonight. We'll just see how long it takes to like finish editing and then get it up. Brenda says, I made spaghetti yesterday and was like, hey, people where is Mama's pasta spoon? It disappeared. I still don't know. You know what? Maybe your pasta spoon is where my tablespoon is. Brenda, if you find it, let me know. Kind of looks like this, but it's larger. I seriously don't know who's going off with my stuff, but it's driving me nuts. And I'm trying to be a loving mother.
I bet you it's William, because he's trying to cook with Play-Doh.
He has been trying to cook. It's very cute. He pretends like he's only 3. Pretends like he has his own cooking class. And, you know, you are right. I'm just hoping he didn't throw it away.
Oh.
We'll have to ask him after the show here. What ended up happening with that. Because I don't want to, like, accuse him, but maybe we could just, like, pretend like, oh, you know, like, William, have you seen this? Let's go on a Blue's Clues search or something. There it is. That's the last tortilla. So we're going to turn this off, and I think we'll get that out of here so it doesn't splatter. Okay. These are awesome for those of you who have cast iron. They're available at lodge.com, but you can also buy them at Target. Hey, Brenda, our spoons are spooning. Oh, that's what it is. They're spooning. Okay, let's see how this is doing. I bet you those onions are nice and soft now.
Yeah.
Yeah? You think so?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. You gonna stir it? Okay. So 1 onion, 1 pound of ground beef, and we obviously doubled that. How much lard did you put in your skillet? Well, to fry the corn tortillas, we started out with probably a tablespoon. How many times do you think you filled it up? 4?
Probably.
So probably 4 tablespoons at the most. Okay, taco seasoning is the first next ingredient to go in. If you guys don't know how to make your own taco seasoning, I do have a very short 3-minute video how to make your own taco seasoning.
We should put that inside the book.
Yes, it's going in the book. Okay, so we need 3 tablespoons of taco seasoning. And since I only have a teaspoon, and there are 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon, and we need 9 of these. You ready? But for those of you who have not lost your tablespoon to Brenda's wood spoon and are out spooning somewhere, it's only 3 tablespoons for you. 3, 4, hey girl, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm doubling this. 9. Sorry guys, I keep counting. 10. 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There. 3 tablespoons, guys, for you. Okay, 1 cup of water. Bonus points if you do filtered water. I'm doubling it, so I just did 2 cups, but you guys are doing 1 cup. Okay, 1 cup of salsa. I'm going to use my zucchini salsa. I cannot wait to show you guys how to make this. If you can't wait and you have to make it right now, I do have the recipe typed out on my what I would and would not can again video down in the comments. I love this salsa. Maybe you guys can see it. Super yummy. So 1 cup or 2 cups if you're doubling it like I am. The zucchini takes on the taste of whatever you cook it with, so you can't even tell it's in there. Obviously, there's some bright green chunks, so that is, obviously, it shows that there's something in there. But it basically reduces your dependence on tomatoes in your salsa by half, which, when you're trying to stretch your food, that's a good thing. Bree, you're doing amazing, says Brenda.
Thanks.
Okay, so 1 15-ounce can of canned beans of your choice. These are black beans. I canned them a while ago. These were fermented beforehand. So, yeah, we're going to have to do it with a spoon. It's not going to come on out. Ready? Well, like I said, you could ferment your beans and then slow cook them in a slow cooker or Instant Pot and just dump them on in. I just always have a few of these. I get my fingers dirty. A few of these jars on the shelf for nights when I am crazy, and today definitely qualifies as one of those nights. Okay, Bree. Doing good.
This is looking really delicious.
Ah, isn't it though? Okay.
It's gotta be delicious.
Of course. Okay, so now we are going to bring that up to a boil. So let's put the lid back on. Okay. Okay. Oh, hey, 8 teaspoons equals a half a cup. Well, I could have used this. I gotta find my table. We're gonna do Blue's Clues after this. We're gonna find that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna bring that up to a boil, and while that's coming up to a boil, I'm going to read the ingredients for next week's cooking class, and then we'll get back to finishing the recipe. Let's see. I had it written down. Hang on. I'll look on the meal plan here. Oh, yes. I remember now. This is a good one. Well, they're all good ones, but this one's a good one. Let's see. I gotta find it. Okay. So next week we are making beef and portobello minestroganoff. It's basically like a stroganoff, but with a different taste. It's really good. So for this recipe, you can use cauliflower rice. I'm going to be using fermented rice. And like I said before, if you don't know how to ferment your rice, I do have a video on how to do that. It does take around 3 days, so you're going to want to start like before next Monday, sometime on the weekend. And if you want to do it ahead of time, you can ferment it ahead of time and drain it, rinse it, and put it into your freezer. And then bring it out on Monday or Monday night. Loretta says, oops, wrong, 8 tablespoons equals half cup. Oh, yeah, that would have been too much. Well, anyway, it all worked out. So for this recipe, you're going to need some butter, 1 yellow onion, 2 large portobello mushrooms. So those are like really big mushrooms. And then half a pound of ground beef. You're going to need 2 carrots, 2 cups of broth, which is like 1 can if you're going to buy canned broth. If you're going to use cauliflower rice, you use 2 pounds of cauliflower rice. And then hang on, I'm reading my notes. So rewind. If you're using regular rice, 4 cups of broth. Okay? If you're using cauliflower rice, it's 2 cups of broth. Okay, then we need 15 ounces of crushed tomatoes. If you can't find crushed tomatoes, buy diced tomatoes. You could buy fresh tomatoes and put them in your blender to make crushed tomatoes. That all works. And then we're going to need half a cup of sour cream. I'll probably double this recipe for my family. If you're going to use regular rice, you're going to want to ferment probably 2 pounds of rice, which is around 4 cups. And then we'll just use that full amount, okay? So anyway, that is the recipe for next week. It's really, really good. I used to make it with noodles back when we ate noodles. That's also really, really good. But that is the delicious recipe there. Sorry, Brie. Okay, let's open this. I'm going to get a thing here. Pot holder so don't burn our hands. Uh-oh, what happened? It hasn't come up to a boil yet. Turn it up a little bit. Okay, so once it comes up to a boil, then we're going to go ahead and put our tortillas in. So we might as well start slicing our tortillas. So they're ready to go. And I think we're just going to tear the tortillas because that's funner. Right, Brie?
Yeah.
Just like tear it into chunks.
Are we going to get out the pan or not?
What pan, honey?
Are you going to put it into the pan?
No, it's going to go in there.
Ah.
Yeah, it's going in there. It's hot. Ooh, may have to cut them. Might have to cut them. Don't burn yourself, okay?
And the ones...
They're going to get hotter as we go down. So we're just tearing the tortillas into chunks. If you already bought your sprouted corn tortillas, Azure styles, amazing sprouted corn tortillas, you could save yourself a lot of time making this recipe doing that. That's perfectly fine. And you would just take your already bought tortillas and tear them into little strips. Little chunks. And the chunks are going to go in that mixture back there. So it's pretty much like if you've ever eaten out like with a burrito and like falls apart and falls onto your plate and it's like all these chunks, one big pile. That's what we're making tonight. Okay. So what did you learn today at the vet today? Did you learn anything?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. So the homeschool field trip was not a success then. What did you think about the veterinarian?
I don't know.
Like the job of being a veterinarian. What do you think about that?
Kind of seems kind of disgusting.
It can be, yeah. It can be, honey. Okay, are we at a boil yet? Oh, yeah. Doing well. Okay, so give it a stir. I gotta get back out my recipe because we got a few more ingredients here. Are you eating those? She's sneaking pieces of these corn tortillas, guys. All right. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. It's not quite boiling yet, though. As soon as you stirred it, it was gone. Okay, I'm gonna blow my nose while we wait. You should show them a graham cracker.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
This is the homemade graham cracker crust. It's really, really good. Mom made it.
What did you eat with it?
We drank milk with it.
Telling me to drink some milk with it?
Yeah.
Good for you. All right, we'll wash my hands. Okay. We're still waiting for it to boil, guys. Hopefully not boring everyone to death. I was going to say something. Oh! You know what else I learned this week? Is... Yes, Loretta, the video, I made it on the graham crackers? That'll be going up, so we ate that. But anyway, another thing I learned this week, which is super cool, is some of the other YouTube channels that I watch were talking about planting by the moon as far as gardening goes. And I never quite knew what that meant. You know, like back in biblical times, they would, you know, they have writings on caves and stuff about the moon and like planting and stuff. I didn't know what that meant. So anyway, I researched into this week, and it like totally blew my mind in such a good way. So recap is apparently plants have like blood, you know, but not like blood like ours, but like liquid and like sap, you know, like in a tree. And like if you snap a plant, you can see it. But anyway, during certain phases of the moon, that liquid is in the roots. And so when that happens, that's when you should plant your potatoes, because the next phase is when that liquid or plant blood goes up to the leaves. And so your plants will grow a lot faster. And so during that phase of the moon, a lot of times as you get a rain, you'll come out and you're like, wow, these plants grew like a foot. And it's because of the phase of the moon, not necessarily from all of the water. And then also there's another phase of the moon where it's like returning back down to the roots. So anyway, it's really, really cool. And if you do gardening, if you're growing your own food, you should really look into it. I'm going to do it this year. They also made the point that like if you harvested like root vegetables, when it's a new moon, when all of the plant blood is down into the roots, then the things that you harvest will have more nutrients because it's all back down. So super cool. I'm going to try it. I've made a lot of changes this year to my garden, so I can't necessarily say that if I have a success, it's all to the moon and planting by the moon, but anyway, we're just going to see. I'm hoping. All right, we're boiling back there. I'm going to let it boil for a little bit while longer. I still have the oven on from when we made cheesecake. Well, we could eat cheesecake while we wait. We could just like slice it and like pass it through the screen. Hey, Vince, the moon thing is really cool. I'm going to reshoot that. Yeah, it's super cool. The moon thing, like it just blew my mind.
Actually, I think I've learned about that in school.
Yeah, really? About moon? You mean just like the phases of the moon?
No, I think it was something about trees grow better on a certain, I don't remember, a certain something.
So apparently, like since I went to public school, I missed out on this homeschool curriculum.
Well, it's science.
Science. I took science in public school too, and they didn't teach me that. They didn't teach me a lot of stuff, but we won't get started on that.
But it's teaching me about space and stuff.
Oh, okay. So they talked about trees growing?
I don't remember.
Yeah. So Carl says cauliflower is a fantastic substitute. Yes, it is. And we used a lot of the recipes that we cooked today.
It's bubbling.
That's okay. Yep. We used a lot of the recipes we used today, but then just substituted cauliflower rice and either like halved the liquid and then like cooked the cauliflower rice, like steamed it ahead of time, and then just like kind of threw it in, or cooked it in there with half the liquid. It makes it a lot easier to eat. Brenda. Oh, thank you, Brenda. She said, may your garden be blessed. Thank you. I hope so. This year is very, very important with everything that's going on to grow your own food of some sort.
I'll be right back.
Okay, honey. Hey, Bree.
Yeah?
Just look at William and say, Blue's Clues, where's do you have any of Mommy's spoons? Here, take this with you. We'll just start. There's like, 6 of us. And then when Dad gets home, there'll be 7, and I'll have him ask him. But say that. Say, Blue's Clues, where's Mom's other spoon?
Okay, I'll see if you'll listen.
Okay. Brenda says, amen, sister. Home ec was gone when I went to school. It would have been... See, I still had home ec, but it was only like in middle school, I think, because I learned how to sew, all that stuff. So this back here is boiling. I'm just going to kind of let some of the liquid boil off because... with homemade canned beans, you don't, like the beans kind of soak everything up, and so it ends up being just slightly more watery than what I want. So I'm going to let it keep on boiling and get some of the liquid off for about 5 more minutes. So true. It is going to be biblical, it seems. Yes, Brenda, 1,000%. I cannot agree with you more. I'm pretty sure we're sisters, Brenda. We've had this conversation before. Yes, I would agree. Whoa. So let's see. Last time we talked about gardening. You guys can comment down below what we should talk about while we wait for it to boil. I've got some already shredded, partially frozen. This is Monterey Jack cheese, but you sure could use cheddar cheese as well. And we are going to need 1 cup shredded, but I'm going to need 2 cups, so I'm going to start shredding this. See, Carl says, Farmer's Almanac is good guide for planting information. Yes, okay, so Carl, do you know what they're saying this year for the Midwest as far as moisture goes? South Dakota? I wish my gut was wrong. I do. But I started saying a month ago, gee, we're about 100 years from the Dust Bowl.
Mom, William didn't say anything, but I looked at my school and I figured out what I was wanting to say.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
It's because the trees, when they grow quickly, it's because the sunspots, when the sunspots increase,
okay,
then the trees grow faster.
Okay.
But if the sunspots get or have more of them, the trees don't grow that fast.
Okay.
That's how it is.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I never learned that in school, so you're already smarter than your mother. How does that make you feel?
I don't know.
Love you, Bree. All right, so I'm going to start shredding here. Anyway, what I was saying is everything goes in cycles. Okay, so this is needing to be turned down. We're going to go down to a medium-low heat because what ends up happening is once you get to a point where it's thick enough, the bubbles start like spraying stuff everywhere, and then you know you're done boiling your liquid off. So Bree, we turn it down, and let's actually just go ahead and turn it off. And you can start adding these, and we're just going to kind of layer them and then stir it a little bit and layer it some more. Yeah, we have abused our land. I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but my gut really tells me we're not going to get hardly any moisture. And we've got farmers who aren't wanting to plant because fertilizer prices are so high. And like I said, I just pray I'm wrong. I mean, we have rain that we're supposed to be getting right now, and I'm just watching the clouds go right over with no precipitation hitting the ground.
Well, we found a couple of drops on our adventure.
Oh, yeah, a couple of drops. Well, it's better than nothing. Thank you, Lord, for the couple of drops. Right, Bree? Gotta be thankful for what we get. Pray for mercy for the rest. All right. So she's just layering them on in there. You guys can probably see that, maybe. Let's slide it this way. Okay, that's much better. Layer them on in there, and then I've got 2 cups of cheese, almost. Let me just finish this. You're doing good. Yep, and you're just going to stir it. Now the heat's completely turned off, you guys. But what ends up happening is these corn tortillas end up absorbing some of the moisture.
Oh, that's what's happening.
Yep, and then they kind of turn into noodles. Okay? Oh, in goes the cheese. I'll let you stir it, and I'll put some more cheese on in there. There you go. Good. Now I would just layer them all on the top, and we'll cover it in cheese, and then out comes the sour cream. A little bit of sour cream. Everybody likes that. There we go. You add those tortillas, and then we're going to put our sour cream. I buy Nancy sour cream. If you've been watching me for any amount of time, you know that. Buy it from Azure Standard. But you could use any organic sour cream, and if organic sour cream is,
so
that's great right there.
Big.
Yep, that's good right there. Just put the last 2 pieces and stop stirring, okay?
Okay.
And we'll move it over here so it doesn't burn. There you go. What I was saying is if, I'm going to move it this way, okay, babe? If organic sour cream is too expensive for you, you could also buy Daisy sour cream. That's an okay thing. But anyway, if you can afford organic fats like sour cream, you're much better off. So for the sour cream amount, it is 1/2 cup. So 4 ounces, but I'm going to throw a little bit more because I doubled the recipe. So we're looking at 8 ounces of sour cream. And you can always let people put a dollop of sour cream on the top of their bowl as well. In fact, I say we dish up here. Nope. I say we dish up, and I say we show them what it looks like. All right. There it is. Tortillas and everything. Dollop of sour cream on the top. There it is. There is your dinner. All right, Bree's going to stir it up. It bothers her that there's clumps.
Makes the stuff look white and delicious.
Okay, Brenda says, mercy of God for sure. Yes, praying for mercy. What seems odd to me is that Biden even comes out and people do not. I know. Yes. It's going to be very interesting times.
Yum, now it's like chili.
There it is. It's yummy. It's like chili with tortillas in it. Sour cream and delicious cheese. Carl says, not at the moment, but I will check into it for you. Okay, thank you, Carl. I don't know if you have to have a subscription in order to get access to the Farmer's Almanac or not, but you look into it, and Carl, you email me, and I'm going to send you that cookbook. This cookbook. And if you're watching and you don't own this cookbook, you should go buy it. You can get them even like on used book sites, abebooks.com, thriftbooks.com, 20-ish bucks and it's yours. So you should get that. Hi, buddy. Let's ask him. Come here, buddy. Come here. So I have this really important question for you. Like, I love you so much. Come here. Yeah, come here. Okay, so say hi. Okay. So I have a question for you. Did you have any of Mommy's spoons? Were you cooking with them? Were you making a meal with Mommy's spoons like this? No, you didn't touch Mommy's spoons? Did you use them for your Play-Doh?
Play-Doh.
Did you use these with your Play-Doh?
Play-Doh.
Yes? Do you remember where you put it, like a Blue's Clues? Yeah? Okay, so I tell you what. I'm going to say goodbye to the people, and then you can take Big Sissy. See her? She's right here. And she'd love to go follow your Blue's Clues and find Mommy's other spoons. Okay?
Okay, Will.
So this is your first clue. It's Mommy's metal spoons. Okay, so you take your first clue with you, and you go with Sissy and go find the other ones.
Come on, Will.
Okay?
Let's go.
And we'll do a Blue's Clues dance when you find it. Oh, see, I didn't know that the Farmer's Almanac also talks about planting by the moon. I'm just behind on all of that. I don't know. So, anyway, cool. If anybody else has any questions, put them down below. And I'm going to get this video up, okay? As soon as I jump off of here and this one finishes completely uploading, then I will get these videos up. There'll be 2 of them. I can't wait to eat this tonight. I love cheesecake, you guys. One of my favorites. I can't lie. Oh, he is an adorable spoon lover. He's an adorable everything lover. He's very spoiled. He's the only boy. Did you find the other clue?
No.
No. Did you put the spoon in the trash?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he's wrong about that. That's not what I planned on doing tonight. But anyway, the spoon may or may not be in the trash. Okay, so that was our dinner. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me live. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I want to thank everybody for sharing my channel with your friends because we're up over 600 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. Also, if you missed last week, I do want to tell you guys that the Weston A. Price Foundation is going to publish one of my recipes. It's the crispy liver chips recipe. I have a video on the channel on how to make those, but they're going to put it on their website. So anyway, I'm super excited about that as well. So lots of exciting things happening, and so thank you so much for watching, and don't forget Carl, email me, okay? And I'll get you that book. So you guys have a great night. Thank you so much. Thanks, Vince, Brenda, Carl. Who else is on here? I'm missing somebody. Loretta, thanks for watching. I'm sure Kathy's on here watching. Thank you for watching. I think I got everybody. Mel, if you're still on, thank you so much for watching. It's so cool when people comment because then I can scroll back and see exactly who was on. Anyway, if you're on, thank you so much for watching. All right, I'll see you guys next week, okay? Take care.